Are you sure that would be okay? Yes. I mean, it would be really hard to pull off, but it's something that will make the story different. Different isn't always good. It's a neat concept, but you need to handle it carefully and gracefully. I know. Who's coming in? Ah, Gala. Hey, Gala. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Gala. Am I interrupting? It looked like you were having an intense discussion. It's nothing. Love Giant was just giving me feedback. It's for the book I'm writing. Sounds like a heavy discussion. What are you up to tonight? I'm just planning to sit and relax. Please don't let my presence interrupt you. Oh, don't worry about it. You're hard to miss. Although I need to interrupt Love Giant for a moment. Sure, how can I help you? Can I have a cup of... You remember my remedy? Of course. Do you want to give it a try again? My last order didn't quite hit the spot. Remember, it's tea and ginger. The last thing is definitely an ingredient from either of those. Okay. Remember, it has tea and ginger. Okay, tea? Ginger? What did we do last time? I think also the order matters if there is another ingredient. Mint, lemon, honey, cinnamon. Let's try that, I guess. Goddamn warm though. What? Gala head? Boss? I don't know. Judging from the smell, this looks like it. Indeed. I have the same feeling. I've made a note of that mixture. Perfect. Alright then. Anyway, please don't mind me and continue with your discussion. Don't worry, Mr. Gala, we're done for the night. You're done? I have a lot of new homework thanks to you. You're welcome. Is Hyde coming? No, I'm by myself tonight. It's gonna be a peaceful night then. Hating on Hyde, got it? Why? That's mean, Freya. Oh, come on, I was just joking. He needs to learn how to communicate his thoughts nicely, though. And he ain't beating around the bush, he just say it how it is, you know? He might not look like it, but he's a very kind person, you know? He doesn't show it, that's for sure. You're way too harsh. It applies to you as well? Ah, come on. Frozen in that frame. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Baileys. Hey up. How you doing, Freya? Not good. What's going on? Get rid of that goddamn scarf, man. You look like a buffoon with that shit. Love Giant was criticizing my story. You were asking for fucking honest shits, you know? Should I hand it over to Hyde? You know, maybe you'll like his opinion. It's called feedback, exactly. It's cruel. It's necessary. Sounds interesting. What's the problem with the story? The story is non-linear and quite complicated. Imagine a choose-your-own-adventure storybook, but for adults. Sounds pretty common so far. Not really. Not really. But instead of telling you which page to turn to, each decision you make will give you a score. What? That score will determine which page you should go to. So it tells you which page you have to go. What? Freya, what? That sounds more like a video game than a book. I know, it's not that original. But my target here is the mainstream audience. Huh. With the help of my publisher. That kind of book may go mainstream. Just like that Choose Your Own Adventure show on Netstream. It was nothing new, but because of the marketing and the names involved, it reached the mainstream market. That sounds interesting. And highly ambitious, Freya. At least it's simpler than my other idea, which is making the novel not in the form of book, but in the form of story cards. Wow. I know, right? As if she has all the time in the world. And that's before even considering the sensitive issue of setting the story in a world where only humans exist. What did you say? No, there's a reason why it has to be that way. Just wait until I've finished it, okay? Well, yeah, so not everyone knows what person you're talking about because you take all of the fucking characters from here, obviously. Alright, alright. As Left Giant said, though, I won't have the time. Getting a normal pitch approved is already a steep climb. Let's not make the mountain even higher. Fair enough. What's the story about? All about, by the way? You'll have to wait for it. I don't know why I make him like fucking Count Dracula there, because the guy's an elf, but he kind of reminds me of it. Don't want to spoil the fun. If you say so. Anyway, I haven't ordered anything. What do you want to drink tonight? Ginger latte, if you know how to make it. Ginger latte. Well, that is... milk? Ginger? Let's see, we can trash it if we make it the wrong way. That should be it, right? Ginger milk. Hold up. Hold up. It's coffee, milk, ginger? Well, latte obviously is milk. Milk, ginger, coffee. Do we have it in the shits here? Oh, here it is. Coffee, ginger, milk. Okay. Oh, we also get the ones from the loading screens? With masala chai, I think ginger latte also was in there. Cough syrup. Alright. Wait. Hop up. Ginger latte. Coffee, ginger, milk. Oh, okay. So it was like the wrong order. But I had the right ingredients. The second time around. There you go, big boy. Thanks. Damn, this is good. With this kind of drink-making skill, I wonder why your place isn't any bigger. Pause. What we have here now is more than enough for me. Yeah, it's one person also. Yeah. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. By the way, how are you doing, Baileys? Still busy with your last client? No, I'm done with her. Done. As in, you're dropping the project? Hey, I'm not crazy. I still need the money. Done, as I've finished the job. I spent the past few days making sure it's even done before the deadline. Did she like it? No, she loved it. She had some complaints, of course, but I convinced her by using some design terms she doesn't understand. So you finished your job by bullshitting her. The finest bullshit, my lady. That's one survival skill every freelancer must have. Are you working on anything right now? No. I'm taking a break from work. I need to work on a few personal matters. Oh. Right. Like you and Lua. Something like that. By the way, I'm curious. How did you guys meet? If you don't mind me asking. I don't mind. It's just that I was young and stupid, you know. Oh, come on. Who hasn't been there? You're right. So, I was a bit of a player back in college. Oh, spicy. And I was going after my then best friend's girlfriend's friend. My then best friend's girlfriend's friend. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Wait, what? Okay, I'll say it slowly. I used to have a best friend. He was an incubus. Okay. Let's call him Konak. Konak has a girlfriend. Still following? And that girl has a friend. Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck? The friend is the one I'm after. Okay. Got it. But yeah, okay, that sounds way more tame than what I was thinking. But why make it so? I mean, yeah, she asked, yeah, but why make it? Like, was that why you were going for it? Because of the fucking connection there, the loosely based connection, basically. She was one of the hottest girls there. Well, that explains it. But everyone knew she wasn't the type of girl you'd want to date. Why? I don't want to get into details. But this succubus was super hot. And all the guys wanted to sleep with her. She was a player too. Huh. That doesn't sound like Lua at all. Because it wasn't Lua, genius. Huh. Lua was my friend's girl. Okay, so it is bad. Holy moly. This is getting spicier. The other girl's name was... Let's just call her... Oh my god, from Metal Gear Solid 2? Oh boy. Don't go that route, dude. Continue. I knew Lua thanks to her relationship with Cognac. Oh, Cognac. Okay, yeah, he's like all coffee and shit basically. Okay, so yeah, Cognac. Gotcha. That's a fake name you made up, right? Yes. Now, will you let me continue without interruptions? Okay. So I asked Lua a lot of things about Rose. She knew what I was after. It annoyed her so much, but I kept on bothering her. I mean, I was a pretty active guy back then. So Lua came over to visit us at one point. I lived with Cognac back in college. I'd been out and I got back just as Lua arrived. A total coincidence. We went into our place together and witnessed something surprising. What? Cognac was sleeping with Rose. Holy mother of moly. I saw the look on Lua's face. The disbelief, anger, sadness. In that order. And without even thinking it, I punched Cognac in the face. You what? I got into a fight with him. Oh, I haven't told you. Cognac was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tutor for kids. He's pretty good. Alright then, oh my. Yeah, I landed that one punch. And he beat me to a pulp. Easily. Lua begged me to stop fighting on her behalf. More like she begged Cognac. I wasn't kidding. I lost, but I don't give up so easily. I was beaten pretty bad. So Lua took care of my injuries. We grew closer after that. And I don't even remember the exact date, but suddenly that friendship turned into a relationship. That was one hell of a story. Well, absolutely. I know. Have you seen her by any chance? Yeah. Lua came by a few days ago. How was she doing? She hasn't returned any of my calls or texts. Well, she's healthy, that's for sure. Well, the ass hide. She got into an argument though. With whom? It was this male model. A model? I didn't think she was the type of girl to go out with a model. They weren't together. What were they arguing about? Well, we were talking about your relationship. You really just dropped the bombshell there? Okay. Lua told us about the reason behind the fight. About your family stuff. And then this guy Hyde joined the discussion. And now you're name dropping also. What did he say? He didn't understand why Lua would insist on getting family approval. Considering, you know... What? You're willing to leave your own family. You would do that for her? Yes, I would. I'm sick and tired of my family. Why would you say that? Let me tell you about my family. Or should I say most elven families? Is it gonna be like a fucking the cat girl situation maybe? Well actually it's it's a little bit different obviously. They all think they're so high and mighty. If you're born an elf, there are certain unwritten rules you must follow. Reputation and appearance are everything. We must never, ever make our family look bad. You can only befriend certain people. You must dress a certain way. You can only have certain jobs. Jobs that deemed worthy and successful. Like being a doctor, a lawyer, a CEO. You know. Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be an artist. I love drawing and creating art. However, becoming an artist is not something elves would deem suitable. Unless you become the next Da Vinci. So when I switched from a business major to an art major, my parents went crazy, screamed like they were on fire. They told me that I'd never be rich or successful. Well, that's encouraging. All that because you choose an art degree. Do you want to know the worst part? They blamed Lua. What do you mean? They blamed her for my decision to pursue my passion for art. Yelled about how her kind is ruining the country. Alright then, yeah. That sounds like Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind kind of elves, actually. It sounds more like Dunmer, to be honest. You know, like high elves, obviously. Well, I'm Bosmer, you know, wood elf, obviously. Whenever I play Elder Scrolls games, I'm down that Bosmer route. But you know, we're grounded. We are secluded. You know, we are our own branch basically. But you know, Dunmer, a fucking crazy racist, obviously, applies to them as well. He looks more like a high elf, obviously, also with the skin color and shit. Accusing their religion of worshipping the Dark Lord. Accusing her of putting a spell on me and cursing the family. Wow. I mean, come on, this is the 21st century. That's so not cool. I don't want to sound judgmental, but your family is racist. Exactly. Well, yeah, they might be Dunmer, actually. Tell me about it. I actually saw our high elves to a certain degree. Lua is the only person that can make me feel alive. So she showed me how I can be free and pursue my dreams. I don't understand why Lua is so obsessed with the idea of reconciliation with my family. I just don't get it. I have no problem leaving my family, you know. I would happily leave them for the both of us. What about her? What about her and her family? You may be happy to leave your family, however, it may not be the same for her. I'm still trying to find a voice for Gala. Gala, do you have something to say? Perhaps you could give us a different perspective. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I couldn't help overhearing your story. I assume that the person you're talking about is not an elf, correct? Yes, she's a succubus. I see. I'm a werewolf. For werewolves, the wolf pack is the most important thing. The NWO wolf pack, the red and white, red and black wolf pack, that one? Probably not. We'll put family before any other. We often have our own problems within the pack, but we won't abandon our family for anything. Perhaps that's also true for her and her family. Besides, if you leave your family for her, wouldn't that make your parents believe that all those bad stereotypes about succubi are true, actually? I never thought of it that way before. Whether you like it or not, your actions will have an impact on her as well. And if you leave your family for her, that will put her in a difficult spot. She might feel responsible for your actions. There's nothing to feel bad about. I'm leaving my messy family to create a better one with her. It's easy for you to say that now. Well, yeah. You know, that's the thing. Lua should have a conversation with Gala and fucking... What was his name? Baileys. Baileys should actually have a conversation with Hyde. They seem to click together in how they actually think. That would be interesting to know, you know, overhear. Because they're like complete contrary right here. But you don't know what the future holds. One day, circumstances might change. One day, one of you might regret your decisions. One day, you might use the I left my family for you card. We love each other, I'll be with her whatever the circumstances may be. You know, love is like a flame. It might burn fiercely at first, but over time it will die down if you don't maintain it. Maintaining it won't be easy, it will be hard work. Because life is full of storms. And marriage, it will not survive on love alone. Truth bombs from Gala there. Alright. Whoa, that's deep. That makes more... Well, you know, that's the thing. Like, you know... If you take a little bit of Hyde stuff and a little bit of Gala stuff, we might have a match made in heaven. But that was actually pretty goddamn... That was actually good. I just noticed that it is the Baileys logo, isn't it? We'll have each other and that's enough for us. Tell me, do you have health insurance? What? I'm an elf. Why would I need health insurance? You'll need some. What for? Immortality is an elven privilege, but you'll lose it if your family disowns you. I've seen people go bankrupt because they fell ill or got seriously injured. Empty their entire life savings for an $8 pill because in this country they charge $20,000 for it. True, actually, if you lose your immortality, yeah. There are like a lot of whole fucking bag of doors that you have to open. Back? Sure. And if you decide to have children, they won't have the same privilege as you do. Yeah, they'll be tainted, I guess. There's a high probability that they'll get bullied for being half-breed. There are consequences. It shouldn't be taken lightly. But yeah, they are getting picked on by racists, and then you don't associate with racists in the first place, so fuck them, you know? Think about it. Anyway, now I've got to go. I apologize for my intrusion. No, thank you for your insight. I've got to go too. Want to head out together? Sure. Thanks for the drink, Love Giant. And Freya. Bye. Well, the part about the kids, I wouldn't really care about that because, again, you know, if they're getting picked on for being half-breed, again, you know, they're racists. Fuck them. You don't talk with them. You don't even give them a thought, you know? So, that was a weak point there, Gala. I mean, yeah, that's a thing, but again, you know, that can be easily avoided. What? You made me lose 2 customers in a minute. And that wasn't on me. They were leaving anyway. Are you going to write that in your book? It's a secret. Freya's secret. If your book is based on this coffee shop, how can you present a story like theirs in a world with only humans around? You can? Well, the immortality thing, probably not. But that's just irresponsible. Well, yeah, you could, because basically what he's doing is like irresponsible. You know? So if you're just like, oh, love, but then you don't even think about like, okay, health insurance and stuff like that, then yeah. I'm not sure. Perhaps a hot drink will give you some inspiration. You haven't ordered anything. Sounds like a great idea. I just realized she hasn't ordered anything. It was closing time. All right. Chai Adeni sweet spicy chai latte from the town of Aden. Yeah, man.